And so, here it is. Marvel Rivals Season 6 patch notes. This, and a lot of people agree with me on this, will be a make or break with balanced patch notes. I saw the devs video. I've seen who they may buff, who they may nerf. I didn't agree with most of it. That video will come out after this one. It'll be a longer video too. Let's start off. Vanguard, Angela. We're making it slightly easier to knock Angela out of the fray. Reduce shielded stance shield value from 350 to 300. I think that's the exact change I did from her, except I nerfed her a little bit more, so I like that change. Less stalling comp. I wish they nerfed her steal ability, where she just grabs you and throws you off every 3 seconds and drags you away from your team, but okay. Captain America. It's time for a little more Star-Spangled offense. Reduce Vibranium Energy Saw cooldown from 8 to 6 seconds. I just don't think that's needed, to be fully honest. He's already good as what he does right now. Doctor Strange. The Sorcerer Supreme is more agile and dangerous than ever. Increase the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic to damage from 1.2 to 1.3. Cloak of Levitation new effect. Recasting during use now interrupts the ability. Preserves current movement speed and allows for new movement input to change trajectory. I'll be honest, I don't know what that fully means just from the first impressions. I'm guessing he can like launch forward or launch backwards instead of going upwards. I'm guessing that's what it means. The White Queen's energy gets a little more. Why are you buffing Emma Frost? Increase energy gained. Hero hits from 10 per second to 12 a second. Sentient hits from 15 to 18. Shield hits from 5 to 6 seconds. Why did you give 3 buffs to Emma Frost? She was finally not meta for 1 season and now they're buffing her. Okay. Hulk, stronger than ever. Hulk's survivability and threat level get a gamma boost. Reduced Hero Hulk Incredible Leap minimum charge time from 0.5 seconds to 0.4. Little typo there. Maximum charge time from 2 seconds to 1.7 seconds. And Hero Hulk form, reduce gamma burst cooldown from 8 seconds to 6 seconds and increase projectile damage from 70 to 75. In Monster Hulk form, Hulk's now immune to launch and knockback effects. I mean, it makes sense, so he can still get affected by CC, I believe. I think that's a good change overall. Black Panther, increase spear toss damage from 45 to 50. Gain 50% damage reduction during Vast Descent, ultimate ability startup animation. I mean, in all honesty, I like these changes compared to a lot of people's changes that they want to BP. Because with BP, you have to be very precise. Unless you want him to be heavily overtuned. Just keep in mind, people say he was absolutely horrible. He got his no-regs fixed. He became meta and a must-ban for every single rank in the game. Then power creep went up, and then he kind of stayed the same. So they really need to be careful. Blade. Daywalker's threat level rises. Choose your weapon wisely. When wielding Hunter's Shotgun, Daywalker, new effect. Slow enemies by 40% for 1.5 seconds. Increase hit damage from 20 to 50. That's a big buff right there. Even if you just keep the 40%, that is severely punishing. When wielding Astral Sword, Daywalker dash new effect. Remove slow effect from enemies and apply 8% heal reduction. Another heal reduction, okay. Per strike, 32% total of all hit. You can apply a 32% healing reduction for 3 seconds. I'm guessing you can probably stack this if you keep attacking them. Reduce damage from 15 to 8 per hit. Reduce pellets fired per round of Hunter Shotgun from 12 to 11. Damage fall off now starts at 15 meters, was 20. So they nerfed the shotgun pretty much, and they buffed it. I think the buffs do heavily outweigh the nerfs though. Damage drops to 50% of base, was 40%. I still think the shotgun is way better than it used to be. Daredevil, they better nerf him so much. The Devil of Hell's Kitchen gets a little less punishing. Reduced Devil's Chain high damage range damage from 80 to 75. Another slap on the wrist. Reduced Devil's Throw single projectile damage from 32.5 to 30. Total from 65 to 60 on single target. Another slap on the wrist. Reduce Fury gain from Devil's Launch when grappling to surface from 2 to 1. Okay, I like that change. I mean, at least they give him more than one nerf. And these strikes are slightly faster and harder. Increased force strike damage from 30 to 35. Increased dragon defense mechanism duration duration from 1 second to 1.2 seconds. I mean, I don't know. Either way, Namor, I saw they were buffing him. He does not need a buff. He's already super strong. More power in his base form, but his team up is toned down. Just get rid of his team up. Just because he has a broken team up does not mean you need to buff his base kit because you're slightly nerfing his team up. Reduce aquatic domination time for a single charge from 12 seconds to 10, so more squids. Increase default monstro spawn health from 100 to 125, so they're going to be on the walls for way longer, meaning more ult charge, more poke damage, and damage from 17 to 18. Oh my god. Increase enhanced monster spawn damage from 11 to 12. Wait, just why? I said this in my video, if I'm going to publish it next after this one, he does not need this. Good Namor players are going to get more value out of doing less, because the squids are going to do more damage, and they're going to be off cooldown way faster. If anything, they should have gave him an ult increase, maybe like 200 or 400 points, because he's going to get ult way faster, because it's going to be more time to hit the squids are going to do way more damage, and the squids are going to come off cooldown way faster. So his ult is going to be building constantly without him even doing anything about it. Titan Tandy's support is getting a shakeup. Healing and flexibility updated. Okay. Reduce dagger storm healing from 55 a second to 45 a second. I'm guessing that's the right click on dagger's ability, the bubble. I mean, that's just the nerf. I mean, the healing wasn't that great, but this is nerfed by 10 healing. New effect: when the spell field is created, allies in range get a one-time healing of 60. Honestly, it's probably better against dives and like more sustaining for herself, but it kind of breaks away what makes her so good before, which was she placed on a bubble on, let's say, a choke on her tanks. That would be very good sustain, this constant flow, because she's very good when it comes to everyone grouping up. She's horrible on 1v1 heals. This, I feel like, would make her better when she's being doven or in emergency situations, but I don't know. I'm still 50-50 on that. Veil of Light Force and Terror Cape adjustments. These two abilities now share charges, capped out at 2 with each, taking 12 seconds to recharge. Okay, so you can either have 2 of the healing capes or 2 of the terror capes. After using either, both abilities enter a 2-second cooldown. Okay, so you can't just spam them. You can use one, 2 seconds, okay, use another, and then you have to wait 12 more seconds to have them recharge, I'm guessing. Gambit, this is a big one. Game cards take the hit to his healing and ultimate. Reduce big easy impact healing amount per explosion from 25 to 15, total from 75 to 45. Okay, that's a big hit. Reduce Raging Royale flush healing from 75 to 55. I believe this is like the mini Adam heal, and this is the kind of slash. So that's a big hit to his healing. I don't think his base kit should be nerfed that much. I think his ult should be the one that's nerfed a lot. Bridge boost bounces on a single target and now set to a maximum of 2. So his ult never got changed. So you made his base kit worse, but his ult is the same. His ult was the problem, not his base kit. I don't agree with this Gambit change at all. I'll be fully honest. Sure, yeah, I like he got nerfed, but I don't know. They need to do more to his ult. Invis. Sue Storm is a little less unbreakable and her protection a little less potent. Reduce Guardian shield value from 250 to 200. Reduce shield restoration rate after reclaiming from 42 to 34 per second. Total time unchanged. Okay, so it's just adjusting it for this. Same time, just edited to fit the same amount of time per maximum shield value. Reduce Guardian shield healing to Invisible Woman from 50 to 25. Are you serious? A 50% nerf to her shield healing just on herself. She has no way of healing herself other than going invisible, other than the shield. And when she's invisible, she can't heal the team. So again, Daredevil barely got anything again. Counters Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman now almost got, she's not going to be S tier. She's going to be very vulnerable again. I don't like that change at all. Rocket Raccoon. Rocket's on a bit of a slowdown. Reduce movement speed during wild crawl. What? That is the most unneeded nerf in the history of nerfs. First, you nerfed how fast he gets his dashes, then the amount of dashes. Now you can crawl slower. He has no other way to protect himself other than that wall crawl and him dashing. I don't like that either. Most random and unnecessary nerf I've ever seen. Team up. Helen Namor. Increased Tidal Dredge cooldown from 20 to 30, okay. Reduced undead monster damage from 12 to 10. Reduced Berserk State undead monster transfer from 7 to 6. I like all those changes, but I still think it should be out of the game and didn't warrant a buff to Namor. Loki's blessing is less overwhelming. Reduce blessing ally damage boost effect from 25% to 15. Why? Again, just completely unneeded. Adjusted removed. Human Torch Spidey. I never really saw that got really used at all, so I understand that. Rocket Penny. I'm glad that's out of the game. Pool's Intermenstrual Toy Box. Okay. Jeff gains the Jeff's Cuddle Buddy ability through his team up with Deadpool. As a team up anchor, Deadpool gains Vanguard plus 50 health, Duelist plus 5% damage, Stratus plus 5 healing. It's gonna be interesting to see what that is. Parker Power Up. Spider-Man unlocks the new Spidey Sticky Bomb, allows ability through his team up with Penny Parker. As a team up anchor, Penny gains a health increase to 50. If you don't know what this is, if Spider-Man activates the ability, doesn't use it, he gains 50 shield. And if he does use it, it does damage over time to a person. I think, don't quote me on this, I think it slows and CCs the person, along with damaging, of course. So yeah, he's gonna be even more annoying, and they give him another buff after giving him 3 or 2 cooldown buffs the other season. Okay. This is just filled of a bunch of things I'm like, yeah, I can agree with that. I don't really like that change, but, you know, not bad. Those are a bit slap on the wrist. At least they're getting nerfed, though. To why? This is the most worthless change. Why are you doing that? I don't know. I think they missed the mark again with these nerfs. They got some right, and they absolutely gutted some characters, to which, I don't know. And not nerfing Gambit's ult, and then nerfing Rocket's movement on a wall climbing. Like, what is going through their minds? Like, you know, Gambit's ult has been run rampant. People are banning Loki just purely off a Gambit ult. Let's nerf Gambit's base healing. And while I'm at it, let's nerf Rocket's crawling speed. Like, what is happening in their brains? Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but genuinely, what's going through their minds during these balance patches? Genuinely. I am so confused of, like, everything going on right now. I'm looking forward to the new map, though, I guess. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and hopefully this next season goes better. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.